we need the name of a poem that hasn't been written. A love letter to my goldfish. And can I have an unusual name for Sharon as well? Something very arty. Brown banana. I like brown banana. I don't know why. Here we go.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us today for Online Poetry, an examination of poets who have recently been published online. Joining me today is Brown Banana. Good afternoon, Brown.
Hey, how are you? It's Brown Banana here.
Yeah, you certainly are a little bit ripe. Now,
Thank you.
your poem, Love Letter to My Goldfish.
Right.
Tell us, where did, first of all, did the inspiration come from?
Well, strangely enough, it came from my goldfish, who I have always felt I have this kind of symbiotic relationship with. It's not like a relationship that most people would have with a fish. It goes deeper than that. And I use deep in the sense of emotionally, but also waterly. It's quite deep.
Okay, I'm just going to go over to our actor, if he's there, Joe Rooney. Joe,
Yeah.
yes, he is there. Well, it's Joe Rooney, our fantastic, incredible actor. Joe, good evening, and congratulations on your new advert.
Oh, yes, I am doing an ad for Lidl at the minute. It really is, it's wonderful to get such a challenge at this late in my career.
No, yes, because you've been an actor for how long?
60 years.
You started when you were 2.
At 2 years old, I was in the Abbey. I was in Sean McLeamore's play "Fuck the Brits," and I played a gunman, a 2-year-old gunman.
It was a very thought-provoking play.
Well, at the time, that was the sentiment. At the time, there was a lot of. That was tame at the time. Actually, there were
some of the other play titles we can't even mention at this stage.
No.
So shoot them with the balls of their own shite, I think was one that was out at the same time. Anyway, we are going to crack on. Brown Banana. The title of your poem is "Love Letter to My Goldfish."
Right, love letter to my goldfish, and it covers the whole relationship with my fish, but I really wanted to focus on that middle section, which contains a little bit of French as well, and a couple of rhyming couplets.
Indeed. Well, but one would hope for some rhymes in a poem such as this. Joe, we go over to you. Let us show us your over 60 years of acting experience when you recite the beautiful poem, Love Letter to My Goldfish.
Just push my hair back a bit.
Yeah, lovely.
Stuck inside that circle, that sphere, you look at me and grin from ear to ear. Metaphorically, of course, you have no ears, but a dorsal fin on your back. Oh my God, into you, I would like to empty my sack. I love you. I love you, Goldie. With you, I'd like to live until I get quite oldie. I would like to make love to you inside your fin. And then when I'd finished, again I would begin. Ooh, ma core, where is my heart? It's inside your bowl with you. That's where it dwells, where you art. Oh, if I could only swim in those 3 seconds of time forever, beginning again and again and again with you, then I would be très jolly. Oui.
Joe, thank you very much. That was absolutely fantastic. A beautiful, beautiful rendition. Brown, you must be very happy with that. Sorry, I'm calling you by your surname there.
It's all right. Banana is actually my nickname for people who don't want to use the full Brown Banana.
Now, before I actually get to the content of the poem, there were some comments coming up online there. A couple of people just wrote in, just wrong.
Yeah, that's actually what I'm going for with my poetry. I mean, if people find it crude and disgusting and frankly obscene, that's what I'm aiming for. I'm working on a subhuman level. I think that's why I respond well to goldfish, because they are also under the level of what humans are, in that they're under the sea. Or
Is it also
not
because they've got
pond.
very short memories that they can't actually call the police on you? They've just forgotten the crime once it's been committed.
Right, and you can be as offensive as you want to a goldfish, and really there's nothing they can do about it. They will get annoyed at you for a couple of seconds, but then they'll swim around, and then they're your best friend again.
Now, the poem, it's written from a man's perspective, because you say, empty my sack.
I know, I was really hoping you would dwell on that. That came from a guttural place where when I write my poetry, I feel like a man who is emptying that part of himself. I can't explain it in any other way other than it feels like a cleansing out of my entire system. So when I talk about emptying my sack, it's not necessarily as direct as one might think. It could be a sack of any kind. It could be a sack of potatoes, for example, or a sack of coal,
Emotion.
or a sack of
Joe,
pure emotion.
If I could just bring Joe in there, as an actor,
Yeah.
how did it feel for you to read this poem?
I couldn't. Absolutely brilliant. I mean, I couldn't believe it was written by a woman. She really got into the mind of a man who loves a fish, and I've been there myself, and it exactly describes that feeling.
Oh, also, I meant to congratulate you on beating Dennis Taylor and winning his glasses in a game of snooker last night in the pub.
Yes, indeed, the great Dennis Taylor there. And we had a laugh. I teased him about that black that he missed twice.
Indeed, of course. Why wouldn't you? Brown, what other animals have you written poetry about?
Oh, I mean, numerous. I tend to fall in love with animals that don't necessarily automatically scream love straight away.
Yeah, you've actually been asked to leave a lot of zoos. I
I
believe.
have, which I think has been unfair because I haven't actually been touching the animals. I've just been thinking about it. So, you can't read my mind. You can't kick me out of there for a thought, But I have written about
But
badgers.
you do make some unusual noises when you see small furry animals.
Well, again, I'm coming from that guttural place. I mean, if I see a red squirrel, I cannot help but go, because that's what it. You
Do
know
you
what
see
I
how
mean?
that's unacceptable when you're beside families and zoos to be making these noises?
I mean, look, anybody who can hear and be offended by it is having the same dirty thoughts about that squirrel as I am.
Well, we're going to finish off shortly. Your favorite poem, that's actually the title of your new book. What is that? Again, it involves animals.
It does. It's about the panda who posted my postcard.
And the title of the poem is Put a Stamp on It, You Black and White Bitch.
Yes, that's it.
Okay.
Yes, that's it.
Because, Joe, I believe you're going to read this for us now.
Am I? Okay.
Yes. So we take it over to Joe there. It's a beautiful poem. It's only a very short poem, but put a stamp on it, you black and white bitch.
I have a scratch. I need to itch. Put a stamp on it, you black and white bitch.
It's a very short poem, but it's a lovely one. I think we can all agree on that. Joe, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.
Brown, it's been an absolute treat having you here.
Banana blessings to you and your family and your beloved people.